Hey Maria, back with another video. And I wanted to make another video today because I'm just so zoned out and just unenthusiastic about life in general because I'm just not really finding anything too exciting to get excited about. But I was thinking today about people's perception of me, and it's always been wrong. People always have weird, ideas about who I am, and I think some people might think, well, you're just obsessed with going back to work. Of course I am. Look at the situation I'm in. And plus, I do need something that's more stimulating. But I don't think it's fair that people would assume that all I care about is going back to work, or I'm a very boring person. I would love to have a social life. I would love to be able to go places and do things and meet people. But, I have been pretty much boxed in because of the targeting for a very long time. And when you are a targeted individual, the people around you who are in on your targeting, they kind of make it obvious. They may not mean to, but they just seem so intrusive that I can't help but want to push away from them. So, definitely, I wish I could make friends. I wish I had friends here in town, but I don't, and, after being gang stalked, I think what happens, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, I just feel very leery and cautious. And, I don't want to be paranoid, but, a lot of people thought that this was an okay thing to do. And to me, it's an extension of my family's abuse. I'm not flattered by being called into job interviews and being psychologically abused. And I don't want to deal with those interactions anymore, okay? They're extremely traumatizing. It's like being raped multiple times, okay? It's extremely traumatizing, and I don't deserve it. So my feeling about people right now is that I'm not sure if I can ever trust anybody ever again. This has been, like I said, the worst thing that has ever happened. And I'm hoping that people will learn from this and never do this again, okay? Like I said, nobody benefits from gang stalking. It's always going to end up in a very bad situation. As far as me, a social life, I notice that when I do go to places, I'm extremely depressed, and I just really want to get the fuck out of there. And that's how I feel right now, because I'm not really comfortable in the situation. I didn't like what happened at my previous employers, and I don't like being in a situation, and it's something that plays heavily on my mind. From the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. And some people might think, well, don't you think you're overdoing it? It is not something that I'm doing on purpose, okay? It literally clouds my mood. It clouds my my vision. It's extremely, I don't want to use the word traumatizing over and over again, but it is devastating to me. And that's what makes me so afraid of looking for a job, because I don't want to be targeted anymore. I'm tired of it. And I've talked to Harvey Hall, I've talked to Jackie Sullivan, I've talked to these people who claim to give a shit about this town, and, look what the situation is, and it's bad. I don't want people to think that I'm just trying to pull on people, like I'm dogging on Laura Hill or Kim Patterson or something. I'm not trying to do this on purpose, okay? This has been going on for a very, very long time. And had I not said anything, it could have been a lot worse, okay? Because this sort of thing would have continued on to the point where it was before, okay? I would say last year around this time, every single day, every time I had a conversation with somebody, people would call me, just all of it was just really fucked up and negative and undeserved, by the way. And I don't want to deal with it anymore, So this job search is very difficult for me, and that's why I'm lagging on it so much, because I don't know where to start. I don't know how to get myself back together, and I don't know how to look for work with those avenues being closed to me, because that's all I've ever known is, the traditional way of looking for a job. I will never contact the people that I used to know. I don't want anything to do with them. I suspect that my former boss from Chatsworth may have helped initiate the targeting, or created a lot of this drama because I just have my suspicions, okay? I left her place of employ back in 2009, and I wanted to be done with it. You know, when I leave a place of employ, especially under those circumstances, I want nothing to do with them anymore. I don't want anything to do with them. I don't want to fucking, you know, other than verify my references, just leave me alone. And what happened there was it was an abusive situation, but not quite as bad as Steve Murray's place, but it was bad. And, you know, when an employee leaves a place that they're employed by, they want to get a fresh start, and I have not been able to have a fresh start, and that's another reason why, you know, I'm so closed off. I would love to have, you know, like a girlfriend that I could go and do things with, but you know, it's hard to trust people. It is. It's hard to trust people. I don't want to associate with anybody who's been affiliated with my family, or I don't want to deal with any more targeting. I don't. And so, you know, it does damper my mood because it makes me wonder, okay, well, what is out there? What can I enjoy in life? You know what I mean? I don't know. I really don't know where people play any role in my life at all at this point in my life. And I never thought that I would lose my interest in what's around me, but I can't help it because that's how I feel about people. I just don't fucking trust them. I just think, I really do think that I feel like I'm living in The Walking Dead or something, like everybody's a fucked up zombie that just wants to destroy, and I don't know who to trust anymore. And that's pretty much how I feel. It's weird because, you know, gang stalking kind of creeps up on you. I don't know why I should have put two and two together, like, right after I left the news station that I was working at, because, you know, I was looking for a job in Lancaster, California, and I went to a job interview, and I was a second interview, and I took a test, and I did outstanding on the test, and then when I got there for the interview, he was basically, you know, asking me why was I moving, and then, you know, he asked me about my marriage, and then he just shot me fucking down. He just shot my job opportunity down, and this sort of thing is going on so much. Anyway, I don't want to go into that, but my point is that, when people manipulate your employment, you just feel like, what the hell? Like, what the hell is going on? And, I know I have a lot of work to do. It's hard to do this job search by myself. It is extremely difficult to do it by myself because I work during the day and I need to really make contact with people. And it's very hard. Anyway, that's not the point of my video today. The reason why I got on this video is the way I was feeling today. I just feel overloaded by people right now, and I don't feel like I'm ever going to trust people again. I just really look at everybody like they're just cold-blooded, fucked up murderers. That's exactly how I look at them. I don't see them as human beings. I literally look at most people like they're fucking goddamn monsters, and that's the only way I can look at them. I want a decent life. I mean, you know, I don't have a family anymore, so it would be nice if I had a girlfriend to come over and have holidays with and stuff. That would be wonderful, but, you know, you can't, most people that I come in contact with, I can never develop a deep relationship with them because they are just, you know, too, I don't know what's the word for it. They're just too obvious. I mean, like, I can tell that they're looking for something, and I don't want any perps hanging around my life or in my house. You know, I want genuine people, and that's what I'm having a really hard time finding, is just genuine fucking people. Anyway, I'm going to finish up this video. I did want to express myself. I used to keep a diary, but now, like, YouTube is just so much easier. You can just, like, talk out your thoughts and then, you know, refer to them whenever, or you may not even want to, but it's just something that you can easily reflect on, you know, without, you know, writing in a diary and locking it away or something. Plus, my thoughts are not anything real private. They're just, you know, my real thoughts, you know. And how I feel right now is just I get angry sometimes, and then I get to this point, this feeling of like dark, just really dark, like, you know, what the fuck is wrong with people? I just find people to be evil, you know, and I don't trust people anymore, and I probably never will, and I don't want to have any contact with the people that I used to know. That includes my family and people, that anyone I used to know ever. I really wish I could make a new start, you know. And that's really important to me right now, because anyway, back to my other boss, the boss in Chatsworth, is she created this, along with my family. She had no right to, you know. I don't want to deal with Steve Murray. I don't want to deal with Karen. I don't want to deal, Karen's the lady in Chatsworth. I don't want to deal with any of these people. Okay? They made my life a living hell, so just leave me the fuck alone. Just leave me alone. Okay? I don't want anything to do with these people. I don't want to have, you know, any conversations. All they are for me is just a reference, okay? I just want them to verify my references and just leave me alone. I've had enough of their bullshit, you know. And I was reading articles about people talking about their work-life balance. You know, I think I have a good outlook on life as far as like how I prioritize and how I do things. I enjoy working, yes I do, and I can't really sit here and enjoy my home life if my work life is all fucked up. I can't sit here like, you know, I don't feel good about doing any art projects if I'm worried about how I'm going to pay my bills. I'm one of those people. I don't like, you know, my work life has to be in order, or else everything else is of no value to me, and that's exactly how I feel. And that's not for anybody to say, well, I think you need to focus more of your time at home or whatever. Nobody has the right to make those decisions for anybody. Nobody has the right to say what is important to a person and what's not. And I feel as though I'm not saying my work is everything, because it's not. My job is not everything. But it's an important part of my life, because, number one, it pays my bills, and it provides me, and it gives me an activity to do, and it allows me to use my mind, which is something that I find very difficult to shut off. So, I have not been at rest or at peace with any of this since the very get-go. And I'm hoping that my family and all these weird employers that I used to know would just leave me alone and let me get on with my life, because they've been preventing me from living and enjoying everything, because they were so adamant on like changing my life into something that I had no intention of ever wanting. I mean, I have never ever wanted to be in this situation, not 1 minute of my life. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this video. I'm really tired, so I'm going to wrap it up, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care.